Hey guys! So today, as you guys might have seen my previous video, I gave you a frugal tip about how to use leftover honey in jars. So long story short, what I recommended is if you have honey inside of a glass jar, and let's say you scooped out everything you could and you still have like maybe some on the walls, maybe they crystallize, maybe you don't want to put it in hot tap water for about 5 minutes or so. Maybe you've never thought about removing it, maybe you just threw it away. What you can do is you can put some hot water inside of the honey jar, and then maybe put a tea bag in there. Or in my case, what I did is, because the honey jar was too big, it couldn't fit underneath the area for my Keurig machine, I brewed tea inside of a cup, and then I poured it into the honey jar using a funnel. And then afterwards, from the honey jar, I put it into the bigger pot. So it was a little bit more work, but keep in mind, it's just because I was using a Keurig machine. And I had quite a bit of crystallized honey on there. It's a really good way about making sure that you use every last drop. I find that honey is kind of pricey, and I really like honey. I have it all the time with my yogurt. So when I did this community post, it was just an update to my previous video where I said something along the lines of, oh, I think I'm going to have so much left over because this is a 32-ounce jar. Now, I made pretty strong tea, and I prefer my tea to be strong. I figured, hey, if it's a little too strong after after I diluted all this honey, melted all this honey, all I have to do is just put in extra water, right? Extra tap water. So I found the perfect sweetness. Lewis really liked it. And by the time I poured it into the cups, you can see that I barely had anything left in my jar. So there's no leftovers to go into the fridge. I posted this thing up, and I saw a comment from Green Sheen over here that said, I never thought of the honey tea thing. That's cool. Here the ants go ballistic for anything with even a molecule of honey on it. And it got me thinking about ants, because in Hawaii there were times that there was flare-ups about ants, but in New York I haven't seen any ants indoors. Like, really, like, seriously, knock on wood. And I think one of the reasons why I haven't seen any ants is because maybe the ants killed them all. I don't know. Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to speculate. Whatever the case is, there's no ants, so I haven't really had to think much about ant solution, ant eradication. Now, I have seen that some people recommend using things like cinnamon to ward off ants. I'm not going to be talking about that. What I'm going to be talking is the tried and true. Let's say you have ants, they're coming in, they came out of nowhere, or they're just getting a little too much. For me, when I'm in Hawaii, if I see one ant, I'm already taking out my taro. So, originally, I bought this taro. See this? So what this taro is it's inside of a little 1-ounce plastic bottle, and all you do is you put it on this little cardboard. Hold up a second. I gotta maximize over here. Can you guys see it? So this taro, all you do is you put on this little piece of cardboard over here. You get a 1-ounce bottle. Now, the thing I didn't like about it is that they give you these little cardboard squares. And the problem with this is that, like, let's say you're cleaning up around the house. If you have this, like, taro, which is sticky, it's kind of like corn syrup. If you have it around and you're cleaning up, there's a very good chance that it might smear against something. It's really one of those things, like, you got to be really mindful where it is. Now, if you go and get the other kind of taro, which has these liquid ant baits, I got this before, and I remember the last time I got this, you had to cut it at an angle, so it's nice that this one's a snap-on. The thing that I did not like about this ant bait, I don't know if it's just a Hawaii thing, I don't know if we have way less ants, but I found that the taro lasted a really long time. So I'd have these bait stations out for months, and I would just kind of think, like, man, this is such a waste. Like, I don't need this bait station out and about. Now, if you have a bait station out for a few months, it might accumulate things like dust, dirt, cat fur, feathers if you have a bird. It's just kind of like sometimes it can kind of get in. If you're sweeping, for instance, you don't notice, or basically there's some kind of tumbleweed going on indoors. You know what I'm talking about, like dust bunny sort of stuff. So I remember I looked at these ant baits and I thought, oh, they look kind of gross, or like, oh, there's all this like stuff by the entrance, like small little dirt and crumbs and things like that. And it's so small, the entrance, I didn't want to clean it out or anything like that. And yeah, so I decided I want to just use this one little bottle thing. And that way, if I see ants, then I'll have it out. If I don't, then, I can just not use the ant bait. I don't need to have the ant bait year round. But my solution, remember how I was telling you guys before, it smears, like if you knock it around, like if you have it in a corner and let's say you are sweeping. If you forget that you have your taro, your little cardboard taro thing in the corner, your broom might go right over that little taro droplet. I don't know if they have the image here. Let's see. Let's see. Thank you for lagging. Okay. No, you guys don't see it. So you get these little squares and basically you just cut it. Oh my gosh. Where'd it go? Where'd you go? Let's see. Yeah. So my solution to this was to use something with walls. And the best solution that I came up with, and it really does work, is save your freaking plastic bottle caps. You know what I'm talking about. You know the plastic bottles that you get on Coca-Cola and bottled water or any kind of drink? If you don't drink bottled water, if you don't have any lying around, you can also use the caps from things like olive oil, caps from vitamins, caps from, there's like a lot of plastic caps. There's a lot of plastic caps. Something that it's at least, in my opinion, 1/4 inch tall, you're good. If it's just like a Dasani water bottle, kind of, the standard Coca-Cola kind of cap, that's good too, because you want walls to be around. If you're sweeping, if you're moving things around, you can just lift up that cap. Once you see that cap, you're like, okay, well, normally there's no reason for a bottle cap to be on the floor, so that is the cap that has the ant bait in there. And it worked out really well. So I was saving a bunch of bottle caps, and then I found out, hey, you know what? I only need like 2 or 3 at a time. That's it. So if you want to be aesthetic, stick with one color, maybe all white, or if you're not really that picky, you can just save all your bottle caps. But yeah, they really do add up kind of quickly if you're drinking a lot of bottled drinks, kombucha, that's kind of stuff. And it's a good way about upcycling. I don't know, maybe I'm mistaking it, but I don't know how recyclable the caps are themselves for certain things. Like if you have a glass bottle and it has a metal cap on there, I don't know how recyclable the metal cap is if it's mixed materials. But that's just me going off kind of like a tangent. But yeah, I would recommend too, because this one, the one that has the bottle is open. I would say if you have any animals, pets around, if you do decide to have the bottle cap version of it, make sure that it's behind like somewhere your animals don't go, or like a small little area. So for instance, you can put this underneath, let's say, the air conditioning unit, and then, or near the air conditioning unit. If your dog or cat isn't going to swat it around, then you'll be perfectly fine. Or like inside of the cabinet, that kind of thing. Maybe in the corner somewhere, maybe you have like a little, put in like a cardboard enclosure. For me, when I was in Hawaii, I don't have any dogs, I don't have any cats, so I never had to worry about any furry animal getting into it, or any small child for sure. But yeah, you would have to deal with that even if you had the cardboard. But this is just one kind of thing that was on my mind and I wanted to share it with you guys. This one, I would say this is more animal friendly, but again, you don't need that much ant bait to kill a colony of ants. This stuff is really strong taro. I find that once you put it down, the ant's gonna immediately go to it. You know, within 3 hours, 4 hours, you're gonna see a swarm of ants going there. And I'd say within 3 days, all the ants are gone. Seriously, this stuff is potent stuff. And a small little, I feel like a teaspoon, it's enough. You know, how much food does an ant colony? Not that much. And if you're running low, you can always just add another drop. So one of these 1 ounce packs can last me for over a year because we don't have that many ants. And again, this is powerful stuff. I hope that this really helps you guys. And I hope that maybe if you guys have an ant infestation problem, you think about just putting a bunch of bottle caps around. And that's just, you know, that's what I would do. And I hope that you're able to get rid of your ant problem, because I remember when I had an ant situation, oh, it was so infuriating. But when I got them all exterminated, I was like, wow, taro's amazing. And I know we're already ending summer, but if you guys have an ongoing ant problem, think about using taro. Over here on Amazon, you can see it's $3.98. I don't know what the price locally is. I think the link that I added, because I couldn't find this exact one, maybe I linked a 3 or 4 pack. So what you can do is you can look on Amazon and then try to find this like pack of one. The way Amazon it's really something, because you try to find an item and then maybe they'll have multiple listings of the same item. You know what I'm talking about? Like they'll have like different sellers selling it, and then they'll have like the same product, but maybe it's like slightly different. It's a little messy sometimes. Let's see over here. Taro's okay with pets. Yeah, I don't want to. I always like to err on the side of safety, so I wanted to share that with you guys. If you're worried about your pet getting into it, put it behind something. You know, put it behind the trash can. If they don't go between the trash can and the wall, if they don't knock down the trash can, you know, put it. Have like some heavy box or something next to wherever the ants are going near, and then put that in like a small little 1-inch area. Just wherever your cat or your dog or whatnot, you don't feel like they would go into it. Really? Arthur says, I live in California and the invasive Argentina ants don't die when I use taro. Seriously? Wow. I'm surprised. They're able to eat it and they're able to survive? Okay, I guess for me, when I'm looking at this, you can see about the item. It talks about attracts and kills all common household ants. So borax, this has borax inside of it. I would imagine to be able to kill an Argentina ant, but I've never come across an Argentina ant. No, I mean, as long as they eat it, they should die. Maybe you put in more traps, but as long as, you know, if there's a bunch of hungry ants, if they eat it, all the ants that eat it are going to pass away. Then they bring it back to the colony. But in terms of like the little brown Hawaii ants, if anybody in Hawaii is listening to what I'm saying, taro kills them. 100%. I mean, I'm just thinking like, really? Argentina ants? By volume. No, because I mean, like, you think about how small this ant is, right? Let's check over here. Argentina ant. Ooh. Oh, they're known for displacing native ants. How big are these ants? Let me see. Yeah, this looks a little bigger than my. Maybe it's just, oh, what is, yeah, I've never come across an Argentina ant. These look kind of big though. Maybe it's just me. Yeah, these look kind of big. Let's see. Taro doesn't kill them? Letter of recommendation. So New York Times actually recommended this. Sorry, I know my mic technique. Oh, so it's a syrupy solution, a sugar. Oh, dang you, New York Times. So it's a sugary solution that has borax in it. So I got a paywall over here. I'm so sorry, you guys. I couldn't open it. This is why I'll never get New York Times. But let's try and find a solution. No, look at this. So according to Taro, this is actually listed as a common ant species. See this? What? They're in Hawaii? I've never seen them, not in apartments in Hawaii. Okay. Wow, look at this. Yeah, maybe you have too many. Maybe you need more ant baits. See? Once a foraging ant finds the ant bait, they'll go back and share it with the rest. Not really about this. No, that's so much bigger than the frickin' Hawaii ants. The Hawaii ants are tiny. So according to Terrell, they should actually work. It could be because it could be that you just have you have a much bigger colony. And if that's the case, then I would say have more Terrell traps and see. Because I mean, I can't imagine. Look at this. Oh my gosh, look at this. There's a single Argentine ant colony, a mega colony that stretches 560 miles up the California coast. See, if you're dealing with something like a 1,000 square foot apartment in Hawaii, you don't have to worry about this huge colony that Terrell can't remove. Like if it comes within a couple days, you can eradicate it within a couple days especially. But if you have an Argentine ant colony that's 560 miles, you might need a little bit more than 1 ounce of taro. Yeah, I don't know where your Argentine ant colony is coming from, but yeah, see, it's supposed to be lethal. So I think you just need more traps. Oh, jeez. Let's see. So this is something EDU. Palomar? Oh, wow. Look, there's an endless single file of them. Walking through. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is. We're definitely not talking about Hawaii ants anymore. Let's see. What do they recommend? Yep. So their recommendation for Argentine ants is taro. Outdoor ant bait stations. So you need them across major ant trails in your yard. So they do have an outdoor taro. See? So it's important for the ants to carry the liquid back to their nest. It only contains about 5% borax, so the ants are killed immediately. 1 tablespoon of borax. Okay, so I am assuming 5% borax. Wow. This may take several days to a week. You may need to replenish your bait stations. Yeah, it sounds like if you have an Argentine ant colony, you might need much bigger. Yeah. See that? Yeah. Yeah, Wes is saying you might need a few gallons of it. Yeah, billions. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I've heard about that. That guy who casts them. Yeah. Wow, we have those big stations about 3 ounces. Okay, so my recommendation that I recommended to you guys, again, that's only for an apartment that doesn't have a big infestation. If you have ant infestation that could be 560 miles or so, like it's all over outside, you probably will need more than a couple bottle caps full of taro to combat it. That's when you would have to get, the bigger taro traps, or buy taro by a gallon and then get mayonnaise jars, mayonnaise jar lids, and then just throw the taro in there. That's what I would did. Or hell, go with a freaking paper plate, or go with a saucer, or go with a dinner plate. I know it sounds crazy, yeah, like go with a dinner plate. Actually, let me think. Yeah, you could actually use like a paper plate, or just like a dinner plate or an aluminum pan or something like that, and just put a layer of taro in there. Do they sell taro by a gallon? Yeah, I know. The only way to get away from the ants is to get out of the area. Wow. Arthur, seriously, I wonder if you got, you know, those big catering aluminum trays, the big ones, the ones that are maybe feed 10 people, 10, 15 people, the ones that you can usually buy for about $1 or $2 in stores. I wonder if you filled a layer of taro that's about 1/8 or 1/2, maybe like 1/4, 1/8, 1/4 inch full of taro. I wonder how long it would take for that thing to disappear. Because I've never seen a colony of ants that big, ever. Yeah, big one for a turkey roast. Yeah, but you have taro in there. So if you have a huge colony, like what's outside Arthur's place, you know, all in California, I wonder if that would make a sizable difference come in 2 weeks. Like you go out there, you have your gallon jug of taro, and you're like, hey, hold up, you guys. I got all these like turkey based roasting pans, these aluminum ones, these catering things. Like I went to the 99-cent store and I'm ready for y'all. That kind of stuff. Let's see. A tiny one is, let's check that up. Do they even sell gallon taro? Like, do they have the California special? Let's see. And they have to have it something like that. State of California really should have a bunch of taro. Oh, here we go. Oh, look at this. Oh, I see it. No. I see it. I see it over here. Oh, crap. I'm in the wrong thing. Oh. Okay, here, let me show you guys. Look at this beauty. So this is 2 pounds. 2 pounds of ant bait, taro. I don't know how well this works. It looks like it works pretty well. And then you got a 2 pound, what is this? Oh, you got granules over here. This is granules. But like, what if I wanted, let's see, taro. Gallon. Oh, here we go. $74 for a gallon. Yeah, and we also got, oh, look, we got this one. The home pest control. Wait, you gotta spray these guys. Yeah. I guess you would be looking for this. Liquid ant bait. $74 for this. Maybe it's cheaper locally. I imagine it's cheaper locally. See? Oh, look! So they have it, they have like a quarter. This looks like a bottle cap size. So you can see that frequently bought together. They bought these little plastic containers. Let's see. I also see these discreet. Oh, where's the outdoor ones? Oh, here we go. The outdoor traps. Can you refill these guys? Pre-filled bait stations. Ah, it doesn't look like you can refill it. Look at that. Come on, computer. You can do it, computer. Oh, my bad. I had to put my cursor over it. See, so they basically go up a slide, drink the taro, and then they get to go down from the other side. See, it's like a swimming pool almost. They drink, then they crawl around, and then they go down the other side. And then they bring it back to the colony, and then they all die. See? 6 bait stations with 1 ounce each. So you get 12 bait stations for $15.49. So it's about $1 an ounce. Right? Around there, a little over $1 an ounce. Yeah. Yeah, try that. Yeah, plastic takeout boxes. You know what though? My plastic takeout boxes could work. And then if you put like little holes in them, or if you have a little slot, that way it won't evaporate or it might not harden so easily. That's what I'm thinking. Like if I don't know how fast or how quick those ants drink that, but in Hawaii, because an apartment I can get rid of a colony within 3 days, it just like it's still there, but I don't touch the bait, but I imagine with possibly 560 miles of Argentine ants, it's not gonna really have a chance. Yeah, I'm on Cleo too. Yeah. Yeah. It runs out in days, but it goes back to the nest and kills. But it's like if you have a huge amount of ants, you kill a bunch of them, but if there's like billions outside, I don't know how many ants there are. Right? Yeah, that's wow, runs out in days. Yeah, I've never had it run out in Hawaii, so yep. So Anya's right. They feed the colony with poison, and that's what eventually kills the colony. The thing is that I don't know what the distance between Arthur's Argentine ant queen versus, you know, where the worker ants are, because maybe it's like taking out a big chunk of them, but it never gets to the queen. So you got to keep refilling with the taro. Yeah, they don't live long, but it's supposed to be long enough that they're able to get back to the colony. I don't know where the colony is. Maybe the colony's outside. Either way, it's better to kill them to not kill them. I mean, it's better to kill them and just eradicate them. I feed a little bit of ant killer. Yeah. No, they said that they don't die immediately. It actually takes about, what did they say? A couple days? A week or something like that? Let's see. How fast does taro work? See? So it kills the ants within 24 to 48 hours of consumption. So this gives them enough time to make multiple trips to the bait and share it with the colony and queen. See? So I would say you gotta keep at it, because the more ants you kill, maybe the closer you'll get to a queen or one queen. I think Argentine ants have multiple queens though, right? No, I did not get an M1 Mac. This is definitely not an M1 Mac. What? A tick jumped out of the apple? Oh gosh. You know what? Just kill it with some lemon pledge. Oh gosh. Yeah, did I ever tell you guys one time we went hiking somewhere, and I had these shoes on, you know, I had hiking shoes, and they kept saying, like, there were signs all over that say, watch out for the ticks, watch out for the ticks. And I remember thinking, like, oh, I'm not going any foresty area, I'm just going to walk on the path. So we were walking back, and then I'm looking at my shoes, and I'm like, oh, I got them all. And then when I get into the car, when my feet get into the car, I realize that there's a baby tick on the bottom of my shoe. Not just one, but there was 2. I could not believe a freaking tick got on my foot that quickly. And despite me shaking my shoe out and hitting it against the wall, it still stayed on there. So thankfully I was able to find it. But freaking ticks. Yeah, a piece of masking tape will definitely kill them. So you get a piece of masking tape, and then you fold it in half, and that way you sandwich that sucker. So that way, for sure, it will be there for the rest of the time. So it's not just you stick it and then pick it up. No, you got to sandwich it. So the front and the back is stuck in adhesive. So let's see. Taro. Yeah, so people are saying, how do I get rid of Argentine ants? There's gourmet liquid. Oh, I don't know what this is. This sounds like the same as taro. Taro. Like I said, I can't read this article, but they talk about Argentine ants. Palomar College talks about using taro. And what else? Oh, Marin County. Let's look that up. Do they recommend taro? Wow. Wow, they can move their colony in hours to take advantage of food source or to escape in hospital conditions. Wow, they can actually live inside of a metal curtain rod? Gosh. Let's kill these guys. Here we go. So yeah, according to Marin County, they're recommending using things like taro. Here we go. Try borax. Borax could work. Borax is actually inside of taro. So again, taro is sugar syrup mixed with, I believe, 5% of borax. So if you do try the borax route, try to make your own sugar syrup. Or, I don't know if this is going to work or not, maybe buy some coffee, you know, the coffee sweeteners, like, what's that word? You know, like those coffee sugar syrups, and then maybe mix a bunch of borax in it. And then maybe make it, you know, put them inside of your takeout containers with holes in them. You see what I'm saying? Like, make some sugar syrup, either at home or buy some coffee. You know, the sugar syrup that they use in stores like Torani, that kind of stuff. The ones that they use like at Starbucks, that simple sugar syrup. And then you could try to put it with the borax, and then that way the ants, when they consume the sugar syrup, they're also consuming your borax. And that would actually be really cheap. You know, you can actually make a bunch of homemade sugar syrup. There's a proportion to it. I forgot what it was. And then maybe make your own 1 gallon of super, you know, with 1 gallon of sugar syrup, and then add a whole bunch of borax in there, and it's like DIY taro. Oh. Oh, did I finish the basket? Yeah, I did finish it. Yeah, I did. Oh. Uh-oh. Wes's messages are all gone. What happened? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait, how come all of Wes's messages are gone? Wait. Yeah. Wes, are you there? Wes was banned once. Hold on, let me check. Let me check if Wes is back. No, oh yeah, Wes was timed out for 300 seconds. Wes should be back in a bit. Wes is probably like, I'm trying to type. Yeah, I don't think you're hiding out. Actually, you know what? Here. I'll make you a mod, Wes. Maybe that jumps you out of there. I know. I can't undo it. Wes, can you type? I think if you're a mod, I think that reverses. We're sorry, Wes. No, it's 300 seconds. That's like 5 minutes. Oh well. I know this stream's gonna last longer than 5 minutes or 10 minutes. But yeah, how's my hand? My hand is okay. My hand is okay today. It's a little sore, but my knees hurt, my legs hurt, my back hurts, my shoulders hurt. It feels like a achy pain, like you worked out, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I saw. Oh, geez. Lewis gives people timeout. He even gave me a timeout, that jerk. He gave me a timeout. So yeah, Arthur, keep us updated about your Argentine ant situation, because maybe it will maybe your experience will help someone. And yeah, I really do think making your own sugar syrup, like, oh, let me check it out. I know Arthur never asked for it, but I'm just curious. Like, oh, let's see. I think, you know what? It would probably have to be better, like a lighter percentage, because I'm wondering if you make it too freaking strong, the ant might die immediately. Like, you don't want to give them cyanide, basically, right? Let's see. Homemade taro recipe. Let's try to do this cheaper. Okay. What is this? Sugar syrup, I imagine? Sugar, honey, and borax. So you can try this. Let's see. So 1 cup of sugar, 1 tablespoon of borax, and a half cup of water. See this? I don't know if it's just me, but I would not want to boil borax. I wouldn't mind boiling the water and syrup to make a syrup, and then afterwards transferring it to a funnel and then mixing in the borax. But I don't know how I feel about cooking boiling borax for 3 minutes. Maybe it's just me. And then again, I don't know too much about borax, so I don't know if there's fumes about that. See? Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. You could try diatomaceous earth. What? I actually tried... What? Okay, never mind. I take that back. They actually freaking multiplied for this person. And when they used diatomaceous earth. Let's see. Can you boil it safely? Okay. Never mind then. I take that back. I have put borax in boiling water. You can use it to make borax crystals. Ah. I learned something new. Okay. Yeah, so you can just make a bunch of sugar syrup, like buy a 5-pound bag of sugar, and then go, spend 1 day like making a big vat of it, and hopefully it kills all your Argentinians. No, I know diatomaceous earth is literally sand, but I don't know about borax. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, I know people have consumed diatomaceous earth, but cooking borax, because I know borax is used in laundry detergent, right? And I heard it's toxic, so I'm not too sure if you try to cook it, how it is. Let's see. Let's see. Because borax is harmful if inhaled or contact eyes, it is advised not to dissolve it with boiling water. So it sounds like, I don't know, it all depends. Some people say it's risky, other people say if you infume it, other people say no. See? And this one, they said boil it for 3 minutes. Oh. Oh. I did not know that. Okay. Okay, if you use beakers. Yeah, I've never see, We're learning something, you guys. I wouldn't boil it. What I would do is just mix it together, like the sugar syrup and the water in a pot, like a stainless steel, and then transfer that over into maybe aluminum saucer, and then physically mix in the borax, and then scoop that into, or funnel that into something else, or like a glass jar or something like that. You know, you can pour it out. Do it outside or under a fume hood. Okay. Yeah, I'm just worried about fumes. I don't want anybody to listen to the stream and be like, oh my gosh, you know, I did that and then I ended up having to, who knows, maybe if they're really sensitive to fumes or something. Yeah, okay, that first link is valid, don't boil it. Okay, so I don't want to recommend boiling this thing, because this person said they boiled it for 3 minutes, and I don't want any of you guys having any issues, okay? Okay, so Arthur uses a filter. I don't know. That's why I'm kind of hesitant about the thought of boiling borax. Empty soda cans. Wow, look at that. So they use the prepared syrup in an empty soda can, lay it on its side with the opening on the ground. Oh. The weight of, yeah, that's if you have a lot of it. I don't know. Like, I would just, oh, what's this back? I would just, and this is just my thing, but I would make the sugar syrup how they recommended here, and then I would mix it, you know, while it's still hot, I would mix the borax in. And then just, you know, quickly mix it, like hand mix it kind of thing. And then transfer that into a container. Wow. 4th grade. Boiling water and borax and then put glue in it to make slime. Dang! I don't know if they still do that now. Do they? Ah. Interesting. I don't know how the education system... I know mic technique. I don't know how the education system is now because... Yeah, I think a lot has changed. But yeah, I wish you the best, Arthur. Keep us updated about the Argentine ant situation for sure. And yeah. Okay, yeah, so Experience says if science says not to boil it because it's toxic, the instructions for telling you to boil it are not safe. Yeah, so yeah, that's why I personally wouldn't boil it. And yeah, if you want to be super safe, you can just buy your taro. You can buy taro instead, because I think to myself, like, there might be a person who's actually, like, very sensitive to fumes. And if you guys are sensitive to fumes, I don't want you to having to call poison control. Or you think your place is well ventilated, but it's actually not. And then something happens, right? Yeah, so according to Scientific American... You're not supposed to boil it, dissolve it with boiling water, but I guess hot water is fine. See? So this one, right? Yeah, cooking pot with water, add 1 stir. Yeah, so you can stir it until it dissolves. See, once the water is boiling, turn off the burner so the water stops boiling. And then after it stops boiling, because the water's going to be hot enough, you can mix in your borax. I don't know. Arthur Gu might have 560 miles of Argentine ants. uh, I don't. I think those are trespassers at this point. They consent. Oh my god! You know what? That's too freaking soon. Let's not talk about the no-see-ums, okay? Because of the freaking no-see-ums, I don't have any fresh floral in this apartment. I am so mindful about these freaking no-see-ums. Whenever I think about flowers, I'm like, nope, 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 nope. Everything's freaking dried or faux. I used to love fresh flowers, and now it's like I get triggered hard. I see a fresh flower and I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, the no-see-ums are gonna come. Did I tell you that when I first saw the no-see-ums, it was I think the next day or a couple days after I had some fresh flowers, and then while I was trying to figure out how to kill the no-see-ums, I brought in flowers, like more fresh flowers, and the freaking no-see-ums landed on baby's breath. You know baby's breath, the filler that goes with the roses? Yeah, they landed on the baby's breath and they just went crazy over it, and I was just horrified. I just thought to myself like, no! Freaking hate the no-see-ums. Do no-see-ums have a plant they don't like? Allegedly, they don't like... I want to say a citronella, but I could be remembering it wrong. I know that a lot of bugs allegedly don't like things like lemongrass, if I remember correctly, or lavender. But yeah, I got rid of the no-see-ums. Part of it was that they were freaking breeding in the bathroom sink. But yeah, after I did that, they were all gone, and I haven't seen them since. No, those no-see-ums were not amazing. I had so many bites on me, and I was going crazy spraying the apartment with all this kind of spray, and those were not amazing little beings. Those were literally bloodsuckers. And those bites are more itchy than mosquito bites. How is there no no-see-ums in Hawaii? I don't know. I've never come across a no-see-um before in Hawaii. Seriously. I heard there are, but it must not be where I live. Who knows? Or I just didn't see them around. No, I boiled water. But here's the thing. There's a space between, the sink. Okay, so basically, I threw boiling water inside, and that didn't kill them. They were actually living in behind the sink. So the sink it has the hollow area in behind, right? I think they were living in the hollow area. So I ended up taping all the overflow things, and then I also put in drain cleaner inside. So if they were trying to escape, they couldn't escape at all because I covered all the freaking vent holes in that sink. So yeah, boiling water didn't kill it. I threw a bunch of boiling water in it, and they were still surviving. I think they were probably surviving in kind of like the gunk inside of the pipes. So someone recommended liquid plumber, but I didn't end up using liquid plumber. I used this thing called Green Goblin. Let me show you guys. You guys can like Amazon it. This stuff is amazing. I love Green Goblin. Let's see. Green Goblin drain. So I have the powder version of it here. There's these little packets. Oh, here we go. See these packs? Yeah, I always have some on standby. I use them once every couple months. Like if I feel the drain is getting slow, I just throw it in there. Basically what you do is you open it up, put some inside the drain, add a little bit of water. I'm talking really little bit of water. And for me, I like to keep it there. I think they say you only have to let it wait for 15 minutes. I like to keep it there for a couple hours, or better yet, overnight. And then afterwards, I'll put a bunch of like really hot water in there and just like flush the frick thinging out. And it works. It works really well. So yeah. So that Yeah, I also tried Dawn. I tried using Dawn in that sink. The freaking no still was on alive. So yeah, Green Goblin just eradicated them, and it made me very happy when they were gone. I was like, I love Green Goblin. It's eco-friendly too, so it's not any of that stuff. I heard that using things like Drano and Liquid Plumber is not good for your pipes. So see this? It's let me find it. See, biodegradable, safe on pipes and porcelain, and you just literally rip one open, put it inside of the drain, add a little bit of water, come back in 15 minutes, or I like to do at least an hour, or maybe overnight, and then you add like a big, a sizable amount of water to just push the damn thing out. It's super simple, super simple. Yeah, I don't have it boiling, but I have it hot. So kind of like my shower water temperature, where it's definitely not boiling. Yeah, Wes has bad luck. He gets timed out and he gets banned and things like that. And worse, it's like we don't even notice it. We're like, oh crap, what happened to Wes? No, we have. I know part of it is plastic, but then other parts of it is like, of course, the what was it called? The trap is plastic, right? But then the J pipe thing, that's metal. But I don't know what's behind. I think I told you guys like last year or so we had to bring a plumber in, and they had to drill through the pipes because there was like corrosion, not corrosion, but there was like rust buildup. Yeah, so they had to snake the thing in. That was something that freaking Drano could not clean at all. It was like buildup, like rust buildup of something. I don't know what you call it. So all that kind of stuff. But yeah, let me see over here. So this is small to pack. And you guys kind of tell like the way I like to do things. I don't like having bottles and bottles of stuff. It's like small and portable is the way to go. So this is our drain cleaner. I never use this hair drain because we do have a really good what's it called? We have hair traps in both of the sinks, in the tub, and let me see. Here. This is our drain catcher. I'll probably do a freaking separate stream about it. But if you guys are looking for a really good drain catcher, oh, this is the one for our bathroom, tub shroom. And then our other one is Leckeye. I don't know if they sell it anymore. But someone sent it to us, and it was really amazing. It's kind of like this tub shroom, but it was for the bathroom. I mean, for the tub. Yeah, so I have the sink version of this. And this is really good. So I rather have everything stuck into that tub shroom because it is so much cheaper to just remove the hair out versus calling a freaking plumber, because plumbers are expensive. So that is yeah, so that is some of the things that I just like to share with you guys, because if you guys realize like, hey, my tub's always getting stuck or things are always getting clogged and you don't have anything like this, it's really important to have one of these things. I probably will do a separate stream about this, seriously. But the other thing I would tell you guys, it's very important to have some kind of tub strainer, because I remember I had a coworker, and she had these diamond earrings, okay? So she did not have a tub strainer. So she was she was taking I guess she had a stand-up shower, and she did not have a tub strainer at all. So what happened was that she was washing her hair, and I guess her earring fell off. I don't know, maybe the backing, who knows, fell off, who knows, but the diamond earring went down the drain in the tub. And so she called a plumber, and she says, oh my goodness, can you get my diamond earring? But of course, right? If you're taking a shower, it's not like the drain just stops just because you turned off the water. all the water that's already in the tub is also pushing the stuff in the pipe downwards. So she called the plumber, and the plumber told her frankly, like, you can't do anything. It's on its way to the ocean. Because if she was in an apartment building, you figure gravity kicks in too, right? So if, let's say, she's living on the 10th floor, it goes down 9, 8, 7, 6. By the time you call up the plumber, it could be on ground level already. And that doesn't even factor in all the other people on the other 9 floors below you using water too. So hearing that kind of thing, it just made me think like, yikes. So what I took from that is it's very important to have either a stopper or a drain. So for me, like, I don't wear jewelry. I don't wear jewelry into the shower. I don't have my ears pierced because my ears don't like getting pierced. But if I did have pierced ears and I was taking a shower, I would make sure that, I always have one of these little tub shrooms in there, because my earring's not going to go in there. If I sense that it fell, I would be able to immediately put my hand over it and kind of like block it, right? Because these holes are not that big, seriously. And then, yeah, it's just like, yeah, it just sucks. Like, can you imagine you lose something like maybe a 1-carat diamond earring and it goes straight into the freaking ocean? It sucks. It sucks. So, yeah. So, that's all. You spend $13.59 on a tub shroom. If you have a diamond earring or a diamond ring, it doesn't go straight into the ocean. Like, no ring is going to go through this tub shroom. If you look on the bottom, see that? It has this little silicone rubber washer part. Yeah, no ring is going to go through here. But, yeah, I felt bad for her. So she was all bummed out. But her dad actually bought her another pair of earrings. And it kind of sucks because one thing about, I imagine, earrings is if you lose one, you got to buy another pair. You can't just be like, can I just buy one earring, right? Unless maybe you go to a jeweler's and you get it custom made. But, yeah. You should wear jewelry in the shower. I agree. So I do that. I don't have any jewelry on me when I take a shower. And I won't find myself in that situation. But I also don't wear expensive jewelry. So in the event that my jewelry fell down the shower, I'd be like, crap, that sucks. But it was just a $13 ring, so I'll just buy another one. But for people who lose, like, pieces that are possibly thousands of dollars, like, literally money down the drain if you don't have a tub shroom. And this is not an advertisement for tub shroom. We actually, like I said, we use this for the sink. So I imagine if it's fine for the sink, it should be fine for the tub because it's the same damn thing. It's just bigger. Yeah, so it has, you can see, right? It has a bunch of holes, and then it kind of traps the hair around. This also comes with different size washers, if I remember correctly. You see on the bottom? I don't know about the tub version, but I know the sink version had 2 different sizes. And it was really great because the smaller size fit our sink perfectly. So, yeah, you don't want to do that. Don't wear gold. Wow, really? Don't wear gold into a dry sauna. Oh yeah, metal conducts heat. You're right, Parte. You're right. I forgot all about that. Yeah. I forgot all about that. Oh, I'm sorry, Wes. I gave it to you anyway. I know. I just thought I gave it to Wes. But this way you won't be accidentally banned, okay? So. This way you won't be accidentally banned or muted or something like that. You have, I want to say, protection from an accidental. Because can you imagine we're just chatting, we're like, oh crap, we accidentally banned Wes. Whoops. And then 2 months later, where did Wes go? Oh no, we banned Wes. Whoops. Yeah, I think, like, for instance, Danny brought it up to me. Like, Danny was banned. I was like, why is Danny banned? Danny is so sweet. But yeah, who knows? Who knows what happened? But all that stuff, all that stuff. So I am going to get going. But I just wanted to bring this up. Oh, Wes is gonna do this kind of stuff. I'm gonna get going, but it was great, sharing knowledge with you guys, learning things from you guys. For instance, don't boil borax. And also keep in mind, right? If you do decide to heat borax, make sure you have it in a very well and ventilated area. I still stand by my recommendation of using taro though. For me, taro works perfectly fine. I don't need very much at all when I do have ants indoors, because thankfully we don't have Argentine ants in Hawaii that I'm aware of. But yeah, and I hope that you guys, if you guys didn't already do it, please have a tub shroom, because for your sink or for your tub, or any kind of thing like this. I'm only recommending tub shroom again because we personally use it. I don't want to recommend something that I don't use at all. So for tub shroom, it's really good. And every time I feel like the water's draining slow, the first thing I think is there hair clogging it? And I'd say 95% of the time it's hair. And then the other time that I feel like it's getting clogged, I think it's just gunk buildup inside. And then that's when I use my little green goblin that I linked to you guys earlier. And yeah, I use that. Remember my green goblin thing that I shared with you guys earlier? Where was it? Let's say, oops, let's look this up. This one. So that is my way of frugally trying to reduce my chances of having to call the frickin' plumber, because plumbers are very pricey. And I don't want to be one of those people who's like, I got a drain, and then the plumber says, oh, you got a bunch of hair in here. It's like, what? How do I have hair in there? And now I feel like my chances are definitely reduced. Yeah. Never pour water into acid, always pour acid. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't pour any acid into water kind of thing. So, yeah, all I do is just mix my green goblin, and I'm like, oh, the drain is clear again. I really think it's just some kind of gunky buildup inside of there. What do they call it? Biofilm or something like that? Yeah, I know. Sunny can probably fix everything, but yeah, for something like a clog, I really don't want to have to call someone or ask them to fix it, because I feel like a lot of these clogs, like hair getting stuck, completely preventable, you guys, right? If you're a person with long hair especially, then you really should get a strainer, some kind of bathroom drain, because I really feel like that kind of stuff is a ticking time bomb. The other thing too, and I just want to end it with this, is sometimes people, if they use a lot of toothpaste and let's say they have excess, they'll just push it down the drain. And I've heard that if you just have unused globs of toothpaste, it can get stuck inside of the drain. I've heard someone I know, their sister kept clogging up the drain with toothpaste. Thankfully, their dad was very handy, so they didn't have to call a plumber. But if you have, let's say, a clog of like a bunch of toothpaste that for whatever reason can't, if you have a clog of toothpaste for whatever reason is not dissolving, it will get stuck inside of your bathroom sink strainer, and you can just remove it that way. So there's been times where I wake up in the morning and then I'll see that there's like a glob of toothpaste stuck inside of the sink or stuck inside of the strainer. And what I do is I just, lift up the strainer and I'll grab some toilet paper and then just wipe it off. That kind of stuff. And I kind of think to myself, some people would say, oh, I don't want to clean it, but I rather spend the 10 seconds cleaning it than having to call a plumber and then having them removing, the J pipe, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later. You guys have a really good night. I'm gonna take it easy today because, as I mentioned before, I'm feeling fatigued. So I didn't go out to walk. I just wanna. I don't even really want to move, to be frank. It's just like I just want to sit because it's like I think about my knees and I'm like, oh, I just want to lie down and sit and just take it easy. It feels like I worked out yesterday. It feels like you lifted a lot of weights or you ran a lot and then your joints just hurt. So being active right now, I don't even want to walk down the stairs. But yeah, you guys take care and I will talk to you, I'm assuming, tomorrow. And yeah, so I think I'm going to be fine with the you know what. And yeah, hopefully I'll be okay by Monday, fully recovered.